All right, beautiful people. Welcome back to another amazing and impactful episode of the True Health Forever podcast, where we try to live our best life through the lens of holistic health. I'm your host, Devon Travell, creator of Black Wall Street, the board game. And as usual, I have with me the beautiful, the smiling, the curl-rific, the cheesing, the tattoo queen herself. Please introduce yourself.
What's up, party people? My name is Sinclair, aka the Health Nerd, and we're switching it all the way up this week. We're bringing it to you on a Wednesday. What?
Yeah, we're recording on a Wednesday. Y'all ain't going to hear this until next Wednesday. But yes, we switched it up. We appreciate our guest coming on today. We're going to get to our amazing, esteemed, curl-rific in her own right guest in a second. But you know, little weekly check-in, Queen. How you doing? How your vibes? How your frequencies? Your eyebrows look great. I see.
Oh, do they? I have not touched them, so thank you. That's just God.
All the time.
I'm doing pretty good. This is the first week back full time at work for me, so a little tired. It's more energy being at work, having to socialize. Plus, it's like a 45-minute commute. So yeah, a little bit more tired on a Wednesday than I normally would be. But you know, gotta get back to normal.
All right, the show must go on, as they say.
Indeed. So yeah, that's about it. Oh,
there we go.
As usual, making small steps towards the real estate. Pretty much, I feel like we mention it every time because every time we make little, further steps. So yeah, just we established our new LLC that's going to serve as our real estate company to start that portfolio. So
we love it.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Nice.
What about you, King?
Let's see. I'm on the same wave as you. It's definitely been a tiresome week for some reason. Been working most weekends, so I feel like that 7 days a week grind, it wears on you a little bit. That slow drip on a rock, that erosion, right? But yeah, still hanging in strong and looking forward to some well-earned vacation towards the end of this year. Come on, come with it. Come on, vacation. What else happened this week? Also started a new partnership, kind of call out to folks. We sent an email to all of our community members on Play Black Wall Street. Much love. We appreciate y'all seeing like what bookstores, what commerce folks, and what nonprofits want to partner with us, and have already received a few people interested. So that's really dope. So if you're listening, you are interested in partnering with Play Black Wall Street, you want to earn some extra income, you want to fundraise with your community, head to playblackwallstreet.com. At the very bottom, there's a tab called Fundraising and Partnerships. Go ahead and read that and lock up with us. All right. But enough about us. Today, we have a great guest who's going to talk to y'all about the magic of her. Going to talk to y'all about the magic of beautification and makeup. We have our own, right? Yeah, all that good stuff. We have a licensed cosmetologist. I hope I said that word right in the building. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. All right, Rosie, thanks for joining us. How are you living? Again, you're looking great. You're popping yourself.
Yes, thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you guys so much for offering me this opportunity. I'm so happy to talk to you guys.
Of course, long time coming. Should have happened probably, last year, but thank you for finally coming on with us.
Yeah.
So you are, the founder, CEO, the beauty and her behind Garnish by Rosie. Can you talk a little bit about how you got into just this beautification hair industry?
Yeah, so actually about 5 years ago, I was in this space just trying to figure out what my purpose was. I wasn't sure. I was a TSA officer at the airport.
You were stopping people in line? You were just like, hey, hold on, your hair's messed up a little bit. Hold on, let me just check you. No?
I had to pat them down. I had to go through bags. It just wasn't for me. And I dreaded what I did every day that I woke up. So I just really started seeking God on like what I was supposed to be doing, here on this earth. Like, what is my purpose? And in doing so, I quit that job and I enrolled in cosmetology school. Now, cosmetology is not catered to us. Natural hair is not something that's taught. There is a section in the book for braiding, but it's just breezed over. And so I knew when I went in that I was just going to have my paper. Like, I wanted to be legit. So whatever doors God opened, I would be able to walk in those. But I was not interested in heat styling or relaxers or any of those, types of services. So I saw the need for licensed cosmetologists who specialize in natural hair. That's something that you don't really find. You find like our kitchen braiders, our homegirls who just know how to braid.
Facts.
They've been braiding since, forever, but they don't know about the health of the hair or the scalp or how to treat a flaky, itchy scalp or how to trim your hair, like all of these little things. And so that's where I found my niche. Like, this is what I'm going to do. Back in like 2008, it was really big on YouTube, like YouTube University, that's what I call it, big for naturalistas. But again, these are just individuals who are telling you what works for them. They're not licensed, they're not professionals. And so, yeah, I just kind of navigated my way and got my license in 2017. And I started Garnish in 2017. Yes.
Nice.
Love it.
Can you talk a little bit about, you already kind of alluded to it, but specifically for folks who are maybe in high school, in college, thinking about getting into hair, just some of the key benefits to getting your license and some of the maybe like the barriers when you were going through just like those difficult in getting that license.
Yeah, so it's very important if you're thinking about the bigger picture, like TV, movies, set. Like, you have to have a cosmetology license, not even a barber license. You have to have a cosmetology license to be able to be in those arenas. And that's where the most money is earned. So if you're thinking about the bigger picture, not always wanting to be behind the chair and be in the salon for 12 hours out of the day, you have to think about what you can do to legitimize yourself. And if hair is something that you're, interested in, passionate about, have a natural talent or gift, I definitely recommend the license, because there's a lot of things you just don't know. You don't know about client health and safety. You don't know about things like that just, by doing hair for your friends. You just don't know all those things. So there's a lot of different aspects to the license that are really beneficial, that a regular person just doesn't know. And then if you're going to do like a specialty, one thing you'll hear even once you get in cosmetology school is you have to always keep learning. Like, you just because you get the license doesn't mean you come out of there knowing how to do everything. Like, you have to keep investing in yourself and taking classes and courses and things of that sort. So just not really thinking like going to cosmetology school is the end all be all. Like, it's a continuous path to strengthening your skills.
Nice. It's a hair marathon. The marathon continues in all markets, all facets.
It does. It really does.
Interesting enough. And then I want to, you can segue to a question about like the natural hair and the perm, because you did kind of talk about that, but I know you wanted that question. But interesting enough, we did the Village Nation camp, and we had the Will and Jada Pinkett Smith Foundation. Like, they came out and they started talking to like middle school kids and high school kids about how you can get into the entertainment industry cutting hair, doing hair as a tutor, as a carpenter, anything, if you get your legitimate license. And I think that was the first time for me that opened up. And I told, Sam, I told Demetrius, I told Watts, I was just like, hey, y'all are fire barbers, but you can take it to the next level. You can cut LeBron, you can cut Westbrook, you can cut Ocho, even though he's bald. You can cut all these people, if you get your license and kind of take the other steps. So great nugget that you just dropped, and really hoping that other folks are listening to that, like, extra avenue of real income and brand building that they can get into with that license.
And talking from the business aspect of it, I feel like what stops a lot of people is like the money, right? Everything, any type of schooling or whatever costs money, but I feel like you need to think of it as an investment, because like you said, like, once you get this license, it opens up so many more doors for you that you probably wouldn't be able to take opportunity of, otherwise. So just think of it as an investment. You're putting up the money up front, but it's going to come back to you twofold, later on.
I mean, I'm sure you guys know that you got to spend money to make money.
Yes, you do.
So it's just a part of it, and it's absolutely essential for sure. Yeah. So any of y'all out there that's just got the skills but don't got the paper, go get the paper. Mm-hmm. It doesn't even take that long.
All right. So you did mention that you were not interested in doing any type of heat styling or relaxers or anything like that. Curious, what is your reasoning for that?
Well, that's just not the particular portion of the industry that I felt needed to be contributed to. Like I think when you start a business, you think about yourself and what you're looking for out there, mm-hmm. And I was already on this natural hair journey since 2008 of trying to get my curl pattern back. And how do I wear my hair naturally without it frizzing up? And, all these things. Mm-hmm. So I was looking for a salon or, who can I go to? And it was a select few, and they were highly priced. So I was just like, back to YouTube. So you said twist it this way, braid it this way, and so I saw the need for that. You can go anywhere and get a flat iron and a press and curl and some highlights, but it's it's not very often that you can go into a salon and say, I just want to see a natural hair care specialist. Where is she? Where's her booth? There isn't one. Yeah. All they know how to do is, straighten you out, have you fly, cut you up, all those things. So that's why I was just looking for something that I was looking for myself. And I'm like, hey, let me do this.
Yeah. So I have two quick points just to drive home what you just said. Okay. One, my current stylist that I do use, oh, sorry. This was supposed to be pointing towards the direction of which she lives, not towards you. This is awkward. My current stylist is in Pasadena. And when I first found her and I went to her shop, she was just kind of venting about, like, everybody is coming to me. And I think it's to your point that there's just the fact that I'm in the valley and I go all the way there. And she's like, people always find me. People from all over find me because she's one of the few. And to your point, it's such a niche market that does need to be addressed. So wonderful that, Garnish by Rosie has popped up in everyone's lives, because it's definitely a need that needs to be met. Because I think when I was looking, I was living in Oxnard or in Port Hueneme at the time. And I drove all the way to Pasadena because that was the closest one that I could find.
How far is that drive for people who don't know?
That's with traffic, you took like 2.5 hours. So I'm like, for the hair, but I was ready to, this was like my, I'm about to cut my hair, I'm about to go full natural thing. So, but yeah, I just wanted to drive that home. Like, you're so right about there not being like natural hair specialists around readily available, but you can pretty much go to any salon and say, I want to get a hot comb or a perm or
I want to
whatever. They're all familiar with that. Yeah.
All right, so in case you're just tuning in, we are with Rosie from Garnish by Rosie. You can find her on Instagram, Garnish by Rosie, everything spelled normal. Also on her website, garnishbyrosie.com. You can book an appointment right there. So go ahead if you need to get your hair done, makeup done, everything did. Go ahead and go to garnishbyrosie.com.